Welcome, fish freaks, wise guy, fish behind glass. My family and I are working on my son's bedroom, redecorating it. He's getting a little older now, so he wants it to look a little different. But I got a good news about this room. Once this room is done, I can start clicking in on making my own fish room. My tanks are spread out kind of through the house right now. It'd be real nice to have them all kind of in one spot where I can just kick back and look at all the different tanks at once. My wife says I can basically get a nice big tank if I want to, so that's hopefully going to happen over time here. But first I do got to get this done. I got to go to a fish club meeting, so let's get on into the show. Fish bum. Welcome, fellow fish freaks, fish behind glass. I'm Wise Guy, your host for today. So in today's episode of Fish Behind Glass, I'm going to do a tour of my new fish room. There was a little preview of it in my last MAB unboxing, and this is kind of the official introduction to the new fish room. It's not particularly big or anything like that. It's mine, and it's a great place to relax. So Dan Hiteshew, who has a great channel, you learn a lot of stuff on his channel. He does what's called round the world tours of his fish room, and my fish room is considerably smaller, so mine's more of like a round the corner fish room tour. So let's go ahead and get into this and see what other stuff I got in the show today. Fish bum. So this tank here I built on top of an old bookshelf so I could create a little shelf to do it hands-free since it's a glass top. And this tank has been doing fantastic. The plants are growing like crazy. I've never had any more success with Jungle Val than I have with this, and the Crypts and the Amazon Sword are just taking off. I started off with some Platy, a couple Guppy, an assorted bunch of invertebrates, and the cherry shrimp and the Guppy and the Platies just went crazy. So this tank is really taking off, and so I need to get ready to move a bunch of these little fish around, and as you can see there's a lot of babies in this tank. So I'll just be working on spreading it out and probably getting all my guppies in one tank down the road here. But in the meantime, go ahead and enjoy the images of this tank here. is El Guapo, a product of China, and at $1.29, good enough for you when you're cooking. And Full Circle at $5 a bottle, which is USD certified organic 100% garlic powder, only good enough for your fish. You might be a fish keeper. So despite knowing everything that you have in every one of these bottles and every one of these bags that you have food in, or chemicals or additives or anything in, you always insist on making the label face to the front. You might be a fish keeper. Do you find that you spend quite a bit of time making new and interesting ways to make food for your fish? And you spend about this amount of time preparing a meal for yourself? So I think I didn't have some of these fish in the last update, though I've had them for a little while. I think I had this fish here, the gold gourami, in the last update, but this guy here is fairly new. I've had him now for about probably like 4 months. Nice little fish. He's a little bit more aggressive than most of my other gouramis, and you can see my black angels that I picked up. I ended up with 3. I can't believe how fast these guys grow. They're not camera shy. They've got some beautiful color on them. Got some big plans for these fellas. My platy population is still booming. And the aquascape on this here, I did a mixed one. I got some dark brown Limar substrate. This is your typical colored Petco. And I made another little island over there. I have a lower light in here, so my plants have been growing pretty slow. And then another little fish that I've gotten in here that I really like is, see if I can see one in here. There's one right there. These peacock gudgeons. They're the coolest little guys. So I've been enjoying them in this tank. The fish auction, I've gotten definitely some different kind of fish. I got the angels for 3 for like $5. The gudgeons I got 3 of those peacock gudgeons for like $9. And those are pretty expensive in the store when I've seen them in the store. Since I got them, I never heard of them, and I got them on a whim, and I'm really happy that I did, because they're really neat little fish. And then, of course, I got the guppies in here too. So I got the females. They're doing pretty good. You see the male in the back there. There's one, and here's the other male. And then I picked her up at an auction. I believe she's called a blue steel guppy. I got a male too, but he didn't make it. The colors on her are really nice. So I can't imagine if any of these other guys end up hooking up with her. Hopefully she'll produce babies with some really nice colors. It looks like she's starting to get a nice little gravid spot. So we'll see. All right, so thank you very much for watching Fish Behind Glass. I hope you enjoyed that particular show or this particular episode. I'm working on a couple other episodes. Some of these take me a long time, some of them don't. So I will see you guys next time on Fish Behind Glass. And you know what that means. Fishbowl.